Do you recall the last time your emotional reaction was way bigger than the actual situation? Maybe someone made a small comment, or your partner just walked away mid-conversation, leaving you alone in this situation. What's happening next in your body? Anxiety is rising, your thoughts are racing, and you're just starting to enter a fight or flight response. Well, this means you have been triggered. And then you're thinking, why am I still triggered? I have done so much healing and I still feel triggered. Let me tell you, this is not your fault. This video will explain what happens and what your body is trying to tell you. Hello, I'm Fanny Evano. I'm a psychotherapist known as the Soulful Therapist. In here, I talk about psychology, spirituality, and self-discovery. I want each video to feel like a small therapy session, or at least a self-care routine for your inner world. So if you'd like to embark on your healing journey, just press subscribe. Let's dive in. In my therapy session, this is one of the most common questions that comes up. People who've read books, taken the courses, done the inner work, and still find themselves triggered. The truth is, healing is not linear. What you're feeling is not a failure. It's your nervous system speaking the language that it learned a long time ago, and it's still trying to protect you to this day. It's basically a defense mechanism in place that we need to just lower down a little bit so it doesn't take so much space in your daily life. Let's look at what's really happening. Your nervous system is like your inner bodyguard. It constantly scans your environment for cues of safety or threats. And when it detects danger, even emotional danger, it flips into survival mode. And you can have 4 types of response. Fight, which will trigger anger and tensions. A flight response, where you're feeling the need to escape. A freeze response, where you just shut down and you just freeze and get numb. Or even fawn. So this one has been added more recently. That's a response that's triggering people pleasing and fixing. These aren't your choices. These are responses that your body learned to keep you safe when you were younger. Maybe you weren't able to express anger safely. Maybe you were left alone when you needed support. So today, even something small, like someone ignoring a text you sent, can set off the alarm bells. So next, I invite you for a small exercise. If you have a notebook nearby, let's take a minute. This is something you can write down right now, whether on a piece of paper or on your phone, whatever is available. To start, think of a recent event you felt triggered. What happened? What did you feel in your body? And what did your mind immediately tell you? Then complete this sentence. When this happened, my body thought I was in danger because... Let your heart answer, not your logic. You might be surprised at what comes up. If you like exercise on triggers, just let me know. We can do other types of exercises that can allow you to see common denominators between each trigger. Now, let me give you an example. One client would panic every single time her partner would walk away during an argument. To her partner, it was a way to cool down. But to her, it felt like abandonment. Because as a child, being ignored meant emotional punishment. Her body wasn't reacting to today's situation. It was responding to yesterday's wounds. Once we saw that, something softened in her. By understanding the mechanisms, your defense mechanisms lower a little bit. Imagine them as walls. Whatever situation you felt threatening, your defense mechanisms are there as a bodyguard to protect you from that situation. We don't want to remove completely those defense mechanisms because you need them for your survival as well, and just simply to protect you from situations. However, you don't want them to take all the space, to create a bigger situation than it is already. By being aware of them, slowly but surely, they will soften and they will reduce. The first step to take is to regulate and not react. Healing isn't about never being triggered. It's about learning how to meet that moment with presence and safety. One simple practice that helps regulate your nervous system is humming. Humming? Yes, just hum. Breathe through your nose, then exhale with a soft hum. sound. Feel the vibration in your body. It's telling you that you are safe, because in a real danger, you would not be able to hum. If a lion is entering your room right now, you would not be humming. You would be trying to find a way to escape from that situation. But in nowadays world, we are triggered emotionally on so many levels that feels like we are in survival mode. However, that's not a question of life or death situation. So by humming, you calm down your nervous system. Feel the vibration in your body. You can touch your heart, breathe slowly. Just feel what's happening in your body. Try these 3 rounds and then see what happens. So if you're still getting triggered, you're not failing, you're remembering. And now you just learned a new way to respond to the situation. Next time, I'll talk about something many of us carry secretly, the trauma of not needing anyone. It's deep and it's often masked as independence. But underneath, it's usually a story of mistrust and pain. So make sure you subscribe so you won't miss my next video. I wish you well, take care, always.